Welcome back, y'all royal family. Coming back on with another video. Wanted to bring it to your attention some new development. I believe that it's going to be a shift coming soon. Because when it comes down to Trump, I truly believe that the Almighty put him in this position as he put other kings in positions to carry out. So I'm not sure if the shift is going to be where Pence become the rising president, being that he's a vice president, but it just that something happened within this past 24 hours that normally, you know, it would be more controlled, and they couldn't control it. It came out in the manner it did, and they tried to make it seem like it wasn't what they, were talking about, or what they were talking about wasn't that bad, but everyone is looking at it from this angle. So it's a little different for me when I have been following Trump and his administration and what's going on at the Capitol Hill is a little different. So I want to share with you about King Cyrus. Excuse me. So King Cyrus, Isaiah 45. Excuse me, family. Waiting for it back up. So Isaiah the 45th chapter, the first verse says, "Thus saith the Almighty to his anointed, to Cyrus." We do know Cyrus wasn't an Israelite, but the Almighty chooses to use who he wants, and especially those of different nations. What Father did was anointed, like put his spirit on King Cyrus for him to go up against King Nebuchadnezzar, because our people was there in Babylon for 70 years, and it was our time was up. So it says that thus saith the Almighty to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden to subdue nations before him, to bring nations under subjection. And that's what the Almighty did, and allow Cyrus to have that power. And I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two levied gates, and the gates shall not be shut. I will go before thee and make the crooked place straight. I will break in the pieces the gates of brass, and cut in sunder the bars of iron. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness, and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Almighty, which called thee by thy name, am the Almighty of Israel. So this is really powerful, because last year I was actually, just having a hard time dealing with Trump and getting away with so much. And prior to that, when he first won, I had an issue. And Father know I used to just, make many videos, talking points, and just, just really going in on this president. And I even had one time said that of all the people in the world, he was the one that I had, an issue with. And I'm a type of person that even before I came into this awakening, I always, did right by people and did not dislike people or anything. I always looked, for the best in all mankind. But this particular person, it just like the opposite. So one day, Father, spoke to me and brought me into some understanding that, he knows what is going on, and that I did not want to go to hell for Trump. So that meant for me that I needed to let go. So I started praying for him and his wife, because literally I had a part in my heart, or, in my being deeper within, that wasn't right. And so Father pointed that out to me. So I became to a place where, as I came into this awakening, so I understanding more and more that Father put kings in places. Even though we call them presidents or prime ministers when they're over nations, he put people in places. He's the master chess player. He or he's in control of all the parts, all the pieces on the chessboards. It's just like if someone wrote a movie strip, Father knows, got all the pieces, all the strips of each actor, of each actress, and they were acted out accordingly to fulfill his purpose. And that's what's happening. So today, when all this came out about Trump, I just felt something different. So I'm not, saying that Father gave me any words that Trump will be shifted out and Pence will move in, but it just feels like it. It feels like something shift. And I had noticed, seemingly one time I went back to looking for this video that Trump had said that one day, the black people was going to thank him, and people were asking what he meant by that. So I don't know if he got any parts with our redemption in the sense of he knows, what's going on. I'm quite sure. I believe all the top officials and top people and people, they all know. They walk around us daily like they don't know that we are the chosen people and that Father's going to come back and redeem us one day and judgment is coming to this place. I'm quite sure they're aware of it. But I wanted to, definitely bring this to your attention, to let those who may have an ill will towards this man, no need to. Father's in complete control. He said vengeance is his. And even though we can't understand it, we can't wrap our head around it because it's just, I just didn't know that it seemed like everything he did, he was getting away with time and time and time again. But in actuality, he is planted there. He's put it there by the Almighty. And we will see how this will play out. But I just felt today, I was like, wow, it just feels different because it's like, all the information that they thought that they were going to get a leg up on, it backfired. And by now, everybody, all his talking heads are ones who out on the forefront. They will be out trying to change the narrative, in which they probably going to take a rest tonight and come back strong tomorrow, or either come later this evening. But still, yet, just know that Father put kings where he wants them at. He set things up. We are totally not in control. They're not even in control. And I always say, and I said today on a video of mine with my Facebook followers, I said, you know what? We are the people in all the places that the world that our, ancestors been scattered to on the slave ships. America was chosen for us who are here to this day to be the most powerful nation. Because normally, wherever our forefathers have been scattered, that nation would be powerful. It wouldn't be like they were scattered to all over the different places. So they will be scattered, to one place. Now, I know when they were scattered in Babylon, then they also were scattered in Assyria. But still yet, Babylon was the most powerful. And then actually have biblical verses that tell us that Father was giving Babylon that power, where all nations would have to bow down, just like they would have to bow down to King Cyrus, king of Persia. Yes. I want to share also with Trump keeps throwing in about when it comes to black employment, and he got great, head start with Obama. And I'm just gonna go back because I try to get it back from so this to show you. Now this is going back to 2009. So we know that we hit a really rough spot as a nation because of the recession. Obama came in at 2008. I want to say maybe 2009. And as you see, going across the board for January all the way to December for 2009, you can see the different months of it because a poll just came out, statistic reports just came out for black African Americans is that we at a 5.5. And I want to say the whites are at 3.2 or 4, 3.2 or 3.4. So our so-called blacks are actually for women dropped down to 4.4, and our men went from 5.2 to 5 dot from 5.2 to 5.6, something like that. And I'll see if I get into that report. So as you can tell that, looking at the information where we were. But remember, Obama was it was during that recession time, okay? But as you can tell that, the numbers started going down. So Trump inherited great stats, great numbers, but he would never give that to Obama. So for those who, concerned or, had a question mark about, he keeps saying how much it's going down. Well, this is what he's getting it from. So most people would say, well, it didn't increase. And that's a good thing. But can we get as low as the so-called whites? Can we get there? Okay. Seemingly that every number that they have, we double it, right? So let me see if I can go into another area here. So that was that. Let me look and see. I had another one. So now this is actually, if you don't read it, you're going to think that we at 3.7. It says U.S. unemployment rate remains at near historic low of 3.7%. Then right behind it, African American unemployment rates hits new series low. So when people look at it, they're like, oh, African Americans like 3.7. No, no, we're not. So let's just take a look at it and see what they're doing. I'm not going to read over all of this, but just to give you an idea surrounding the African American. I'll share this with you all as well. So they're still talking about can't now prosecute a sitting president. Who came up with that? That is not true. I mean, they just making up excuses. Okay, so a separate household survey released by BLS shows that the unemployment rate remained at 3.7% in August. For who? Making August the 18th consecutive month at or below 4%. All the Americans are benefiting from the strong labor market. The African American unemployment rate hits its lowest rate on record since the series began in 1972 at 5.5%. The African American adult female unemployment rate drops to its lowest on record at 4.4. So overall, as African Americans, we had 5.5. The women dropped to 4.4. And the African teen unemployment hits a new series low yet again, beating its record low from July. So they didn't share the men one in this because the men actually had went back up to 5.6, I want to say. The Hispanic unemployment rate fell to 4.2, matching its series low from April and May 2019. So this is, not saying it's bad news, but Trump did inherit, a leadway. And like I said, he would never give Obama credit because as it was coming down each month for us. So just wanted to give you this update. And like I said, you're welcome to check it out, read it further in details. But let's see if anything else is there to. Let me check this one out. This might be the same one. Okay, so it's the same one that came up. Okay, it's the same one. Okay, family. So that's all I have. Wanted to come on, share the scripture with you from Isaiah 45. I wanted to also share this with you about Isaiah 45 is that when it says that starting at 45 and 4 said, for Jacob my servant's sake and Israel my elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. I am the Almighty, and there is none else. There is no Almighty beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Almighty, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Almighty, do all things. So please keep in mind, family, that Father knows all things. He doesn't turn his head and not know what's going on. He knows what's going on. Okay? He's well capable, and this is all in the world. People think, oh, how did he let this happen? He knows all things. He created evil. He created peace. He said, I'm the Almighty, do all things, far as from forming the light and creating darkness. I make peace and I create evil. So he's in complete control. So family, repent today. Turn away from your ways. Ask the Almighty to deliver you from any stronghold, demon, anything that that is within you, or anything that is surrounding you, that you will be delivered, that you will be filled by his Ruach. All right, family, that's all I have for today. Blessings to each one of you. Love you all. Shalom.